Hey everybody, what's going on? George, the Disney Italiano, with Abby, still here at Cabana Bay, our last night, which essentially is our night 2, but it was supposed to be night 4.
Yeah.
But and also too, I did go down to guest services after you guys had mentioned everything, and being that I booked this package with Universal, like the call center, with the representatives, I have to call them, and they could possibly maybe get me maybe a refund or even a 2-night credit for a future stay. So that'd be kind of cool. Even if it's that, I'm good with that. So let's see everyone in the chat first. We have Jacob Weller, welcome in. Mark McHugh, Mr. Seymour Duck, Lene Ward, and we got Remy D's Oh Snap, another video. Absolutely.
Just like we said.
Theme parks assemble. I love this. Remy D says Epic fans assemble.
Yes.
Let's see. We got Giant Peter show in the house. We got SD drawings. Hey, what's going on? Let's see. And we got the lovely Mademoiselle.
Hi.
So so we thought we'd do, basically we did 2 lives today. We got the one going on now, and then the one we did actually in park. And for all of you who did join that live, I do apologize. It was cutting in and out because my phone was literally overheating.
It was
from
like
the heat.
92, but it felt like hotter than 92.
it was Florida 92 heat. So just, think of it like that. We got theme park conductor. What's going on? And we also got the lovely Disney Diva Gem. Welcome in. So so we thought we'd come in, talk to you guys, kind of recap our day. Not just because with the live, I more so went around like showing you guys, taking around a little tour. You didn't get to really see us do anything because we did everything prior.
And I stayed behind after.
Yes, when I did the live,
live,
she was still part of the live, but I went around walking and doing all this stuff. But
I ordered a kid's meal.
Yes,
and a drink.
And we also have a vlog coming out tomorrow. So everything that we're going to discuss tonight on this live, you will be able to basically kind of visually see tomorrow in the vlog. So this live is going to promote the vlog for sure. So first, and let me see here. Remy D, we are planning to stay at Cabana for the first time in August. Can you do a quick review of this resort? Did you get to experience the pools and lazy river? Okay, so Remy D, this trip I didn't get to do any of the pools just because of my surgery and everything, and still trying to recover. However, the resort itself, I absolutely love. It literally takes you back to the 1950s, and they have a huge like a TV screen, like where the cafeteria is, or the not necessarily the cafeteria, but the
like the
food court, the dining area. And it has like the old fashioned black and white little cartoons and those after school special things,
They have a little malt shop that was playing like Betty Boop and stuff.
Yeah, Betty Boop, Felix the Cat, and the malt shop, terrific ice cream. I got a banana split. Abby ended up getting strawberry ice cream. So
but they do adult shakes and stuff, so that's pretty cool.
Yes. Welcome in, Steph. Which resort are we talking about? Cabana Bay,
Bay.
which that's where we're staying at now. I absolutely love Cabana Bay, Remy D, and I'm not just saying that because they're not paying me to say that. Basically, I'm paying them. I'm still trying to get something back for the 2 nights that we didn't stay. But
yeah, he booked Cabana Bay way before.
Yeah, I absolutely love Cabana Bay. And I love how it's walkable. Now for Abby, it was a little bit of a stretch. I forgot how it's a little bit of a walk, but it is walkable to City Walk.
Walkable.
Yeah.
It's just I'm not used to Florida heat and humidity with walking.
Yes.
Plus I just restarted a bunch of my meds, so
yeah.
I was complaining.
Yeah. So we're both on our crazy pills.
Yes.
But anyway, but it is walkable. It is walkable to City Walk, Universal Studios, and Islands of Adventure. I will say that we took the shuttle. We didn't do the Uber. We took the shuttle over to Epic this morning. And I have to say, it is much further than what you really think. When they say it's
like 20 minutes.
Yeah, 20 minutes. When they say like it's right down the street, no. It really isn't.
But it is convenient that there's the shuttle. They have separate shuttles, one to go to City Walk, Universal, and Islands of Adventure, and then one directly to Epic. So
yes, absolutely. Mr. Seymour Dog. Also, did you try the Donkey Kong minecart? Did you like it, or was it another Mario Kart? Okay, good question. Yeah, if you guys have any questions about today, throw them in there. Yes. We'll talk about it because even if it's out of order, you guys will see the order of when we did it with the vlog tomorrow. Anywho, to answer Mr. Seymour Duck's question, we did do minecart. It was finally down. Opened. It was down the whole day, and everything else went down because it started. They were calling for rain. They didn't know how much of a storm was coming. It was only a light drizzle, but only 4 things were open. And this is the problem with Epic Universe is when you have everything outdoors in a state like Florida,
4 things stay open.
This is what happens. So minecart did eventually end up opening. I looked at it on the app and it was only a 20-minute wait. And I thought,
we booked it.
We were already in Super Nintendo World. We did Yoshi's Adventure. Yes. So Abby got to experience Yoshi's Adventure. So we hightailed it from there to minecart. Here's the thing. It's very bumpy and rocky. It's almost like you kind of have to hold yourself kind of tight because it kind of throws you. It is a short ride. Nothing really too themed wise as far as the ride itself. I like how it looks like you're jumping the track, but you're kind of holding yourself in because it's so rocky that sometimes you don't even really get the focus on it. Mm-hmm. The land itself of Donkey Kong Country is phenomenal. It's phenomenal. I must say the Super Nintendo World land is much better out here than it is in California. California, it looks like a toaster oven, like a shoebox. Out here, it's more so breathable room. Yes, it is layered. Like there's like how many? There's like 3 levels to Super Nintendo World. It's insane. But
it is a cute coaster.
Yeah, it is cute. I will say though, it did. It did break her. It broke not necessarily the phone, but it cracked the
protector screen.
The protector screen. Yeah, but yeah. That's how rough it was. Mm-hmm. Now, I absolutely loved Hiccups. Wing gliders. Now, here's the thing with that. You may think it's a kiddie coaster.
I thought
it is not a kiddie coaster. It is not a kiddie coaster.
No wonder they make you lock up your shit.
Yes. It was powerful, but it was smooth. Mm-hmm. And I love going down the terrain where you're by the water and everything. And
yeah, it was cool.
I think as a whole, I feel like Isle of Berk is the most complete land out of them all.
Because that show.
The show was phenomenal. The Untrainable Dragon show was absolutely phenomenal. The puppetry of how they have Toothless flying out and Hiccup riding him, is great. But when we did go into Isle of Burke, that's when we started noticing. That's when it was getting really hot.
Yeah, it's very hot in that land.
Yeah, I don't know what it is.
There and Super Nintendo are like the hottest parts. Well, we didn't go really back in to Ministry. So then I don't know if that one was hot too, because we were early there. But for the most part, the Isle of Burke and Super Nintendo were the hottest.
Really quick, I want to bring this up because I missed this one. Vegas Disney RTV, welcome in, by the way. By the way, on another video, I watched a couple was able to get a refund for their Express Pass because they didn't really need it. That's interesting because honestly, we didn't need the pass. We were trying to find things to use it, and it just wasn't working out. And honestly, I'm going to be very upfront with you guys. I ended up spending $640 for both of those Express Passes, and we tried using it for the Untrainable Dragon. That was an operation mishap. I don't know what went on there. Like, there was miscommunication somewhere. They have an express lane. They told us, line up. Someone will be out to get you. They already had people standing at the standby doors waiting to enter in.
1:30 show.
1:30 show. So we're all standing there. We're waiting. Then the team member comes out and says, okay, we're about to open doors, but because we're opening the doors, we don't allow any express people to go in.
But you can
join everyone in the standby line. And we're like,
we're
what's
at
the point?
Now.
We were supposed to be in the beginning. Now we're at the end, and we still didn't use our Express Pass. It was so confusing. And honestly, we weren't the only ones that thought that. Like, there was so many other people.
Yeah, they were like, now we're at the end. Like, what the heck? They should have told us earlier.
Yeah.
Before people started going.
But everything, honestly, Monsters Unchained was between 5 to 10 minutes. Yoshi's was 5 to 15.
When it was open.
Everything was basically a walk-on today. It was
only
I've never seen a theme park, especially a brand new park, like that empty. Like Animal Kingdom has more people in it than what Epic had today.
Yeah.
And I'm not just saying that to diss Universal, it's just a fact. But for me, I feel like Universal kind of shot themselves in the foot with that because they opened Epic in so many phases. They did team member previews, annual pass previews. They did bring a friend preview. They did media. It's like, so, and then they just kind of soft opened it to everybody. And it's like, okay, well, by the time opening weekend comes, it was like nobody was there because everyone had already experienced it. So I honestly think they should have just left May 22nd, the grand opening for all. Like, I don't understand.
Because there was nothing really like epic about it because people have already posted on it. They've already but it is great to see it live. It's just
no, it was great for us, because we were able, the park was our playground. But again, as I said, I ended up spending that much money for expresses. I don't even know if I could even get anything back on that because literally we didn't even use it. Now, I did purchase it online, so again, I would probably have to call. So I might as well kill two birds with one stone. And while I have them on the phone, and after I talk to them about the 2-night stay that I didn't get to have with Abby here, it's like, oh yeah, by the way, our Express Passes, we didn't need them. We didn't use them. They were unnecessary. I don't know. So we'll have to wait and see. Lene Ward, I thought the live was great. Every time it cut out, we spawned back to the restaurant and other locations. I wanted to know more about Abby's meal that appeared to be served in a pirate ship bowl.
Oh, so the little ship was...
Oh, and by the way, she is saying little ship.
Yeah,
ship. Just want to let you guys know.
Because it's the kids' meal. So I had eaten earlier there and got the regular adult meal. I chose the meatballs with smashed up seasoned vegetables. But since...
Which she left.
Okay.
She ate the meatballs.
Whatever. So, since we were going back in there and I really wanted the drink, I did not want to just order a drink, so I decided to get a dessert, which was a little fish, little like shaped fish, and then the kids' meal, which was like cut up sausage and mac and cheese bites with like French fries and grapes inside the little Burke ship.
I just
It
had
was good.
I just had a little twinge there because I just recently had a cystoscopy, and she says a cut up sausage, so it's like I twitch.
Yeah, but it was good. But yeah, it is a kids' meal.
I wanted
But
to.
I do like the fact that with their quick services, they are doing it where you order it on your phone, you scan your table that you're sitting in, and then
Yes.
they deliver it to you.
They do. It is Universal literally knocked it out of the park with that, and honestly, Disney can learn something from that.
It's so convenient.
It's convenient. It's
You're
not
not
so
having to, like,
monotonous.
the kids running around.
Yeah, waiting
where
in
you're trying to
line,
wait in line now.
and then you're standing up to the counter, waiting to see which tray is yours, handing off your receipt. You just
trying to balance everything.
Yeah, so they literally, you go to the table, you scan the barcode on the table, you order on your phone, boom, they bring it to you. Now I know a lot of people were saying, okay, but what happens if the app crashes? You know, if something's going on. But we did talk to a couple team members, and they said they do have other means to go about doing that if something were to happen. But we had no issues with it.
Yeah,
so.
We used it for breakfast and lunch and my snack.
Yeah, which the food there was okay. It was theme park food. Nothing really, too exciting as far as what we tried.
Yeah, we didn't get to go to their like that one Blue Dragon restaurant that everyone talks about.
I wanted to try that.
And then we didn't try that steakhouse in Dark Universe either, just because it looked really packed since it's inside and the weather was either too hot or raining.
Yeah. And I want to go to Seymour Duck's question. Now, he asked how busy was it there, which obviously we answered that. But I also want to bring up this part. There's been reports that you can buy day-to-day tickets now live, and they're not sold out. That is true.
Yeah.
That is very true. Now, we were told by a team member that they were kind of doing this limited kind of, but I don't see how that could be, because we were hearing from people, they literally can jump on their phones and buy a ticket that day and go to Epic Universe. That's how it was. So I think that was kind of a little bit of a cover up, to be honest with you. But yeah, I feel like, again, I said this before so many times, but I think it bears repeating. And this isn't to Universal's fault. I blame the fandom.
Mm-hmm.
The fandom blew this park out of proportion to say that this is going to be the greatest thing since sliced bread.
It's going to kill Disney.
It's going to knock Disney to their knees. It's going to wipe them out of business. This is going to be the next generation theme park. Now, mind you, there are attractions in this park that are next gen attractions.
Yes.
And there are areas of this park that are beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
But it's nothing new that is like completely out of the realm of what you would see in a today's era theme park.
Mm-hmm.
It just isn't. Now, Celestial Park,
beautiful.
The sculptures, the waterfront with the Helios hotel in the back, absolutely beautiful. Pictures and video don't do it justice. You actually have to be there and see it, especially when the sun is out and it's glistening off the waterways and you see the fountains coming up with the music.
Yeah,
it's beautiful.
They do like there were like random times where they actually had like the different kind of music with like the fountains kind of dancing, like the Bellagio does in Vegas, but still, it was really pretty.
Yes, absolutely. Let's see. We're gonna come. Let me see. Giant Peter Show. Epic is far. I mentioned earlier I saw Grand Helios when exiting the freeway to go to City Walk and yelled out, Epic is that far? Yes. Let's see, Mark McHugh. Where's the best place to start in Epic? Okay, very good question. So, of how we started our day, we were gonna head over to Dark Universe
Yes, we were.
because I thought we were already getting in there, not late, but the park was already open. We didn't know how dead it was going to be.
Plus, we didn't know how long the shuttle would take because we were
Yeah.
actually
We kind of were on time, and yeah, again, it took like 20 minutes, and by the time we actually got into the park, it was about 9:15,
Mhm.
20 after 9, somewhere around there. So when Abby checked the app, she said that Ministry of Magic was already at 120 minutes.
Yeah.
And we're like, okay, we're not going to do that. I'm not even going to mess with Ministry. I said, we're not even going to look at it. So we said, we'll go over to Dark Universe. And a very nice team member told us while we're going over there, the restaurant is the only restaurant that serves breakfast.
Yes.
So it's adjacent. Actual breakfast. It's just adjacent to Dark Universe.
Mhm.
You have Dark Universe, Epic Universe. It's like, why have the universe inside the universe, you know?
So we went there for breakfast.
What was it called? It was
Oak and Star Tavern.
Oak and Star Tavern.
Yes.
And then
as of right now, they are the only ones that have like a breakfast menu.
And again, it was okay, you know, nothing extravagant.
I like the French toast. It was good.
Okay. Yeah. I like the apple juice.
Yeah, if you see the Instagram post.
Yeah, go on Instagram, see the post. If
Mr.
you know,
Poutyface.
if you know, you know.
Mhm.
So we were going to go into Dark Universe and kind of start out there, but then when we came out of breakfast, we noticed that Ministry of Magic was still up. It was still running, and it went from 120 minutes to 90. And I said to Abby, I said, I think that's going to be the lowest it's going to be today, and it's still operating. I think we should go for it. So we did a little U-turn and went over to the Harry Potter, and we got in line for Ministry. It said 90 minutes, but I'd say it was only about an hour, if even. But to be in the queue,
it is beautiful.
You're so captivated about of how big the scope of that queue is, and the intricate details, and each room that you go in, you kind of forget that you're in line. So that's a good positive thing. The ride itself was just as big in scope as the queue. I don't know how big these rooms were, but they were huge. To fit these massive audio animatronic, kind of like a rhino magical creature thing, that thing was huge.
Yeah.
And then also having the animatronics of the Death Eaters and Dolores Umbridge, where you couldn't even really tell what was physical and what was screen. Yeah, it was, and
it meshed well.
It did. But the ride vehicle itself was very interesting. It almost kind of had like a bouncy like notion to it, because again, you're supposed to be in these like elevators kind of things. So that was really cool. A lot of people were comparing it that it is more better themed than Rise of the Resistance. So here's the thing for me. Rise of the Resistance has more like physical props to the sets that give it the intricate detail. Battle at the Ministry has less physical set, but is more up to date with the technology. That's the best way I could see it. So they both have their give and takes. I will say though, I enjoyed Ministry. Now hear me out, folks. I loved Monsters Unchained.
It was,
but amazing. I enjoyed Ministry more than Monsters, and I think the reason why. Now again, not coming from a normie, this is coming from a geek, you know, a theme park geek. I look at all the details. There are certain parts of that ride, it takes you out of that element. For instance, you can see the floor from your Kuka arm. You can see
the actual Kuka arm.
The actual Kuka arm. When you're kind of like on your back looking up, you can see like the spotlights that and everything, and the uh, like the behind the scenes kind of like scaffolding, like if workers have to go up on top to fix something, that's all shown, and it's like that stuff should be hidden. It is much smoother than Forbidden Journey,
Yes,
which I absolutely love. I love how it's much
because
smoother.
a lot of times I get sick on Forbidden
Yeah.
Journey. So.
There are certain animatronics that weren't working, which was kind of a bummer, but majority of them did work. I still loved the ride, but it had a story, but the way the story moved, it didn't have a
Didn't
cohesive feel
flow
to it.
as well as the Ministry did.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. So Ministry, solid 9 out of 10 for me. Monsters, 8 out of 10.
Yeah.
That was it for me. So we have Gordon Grubbs in the house. Hey, how's it going, George? Glad to see you both streaming and your epic adventures, Jeff Gordon. Thank you so much. And it was so glad to see you during at Disneyland during the 70th kickoff. That was great. Okay, so sorry, folks. I'm going to try to catch up on some of these because, again, we're telling our story, but I also want to keep you guys.
Oh, Lene, I did buy some merch for my children, and they do take cash and card. And also for like if you want to get it delivered, they will deliver it to your resort if you're staying on property at one of their resorts, but they didn't offer like shipping to your house. Because I remember her asking in our live stream.
Oh, okay. Lene, let's see. Also, Mark and I were blushing at getting a shout out on a previous OG55 chat video we didn't see until today. That's interesting. Which video was that? I'm curious. I'm for sure because we constantly mentioned you guys, so there's probably a lot there. So you'll probably be blushing a lot. Let's see. Shane Narani, do you think the lack of amount of family attractions is one of the reasons for the lack of crowds? Ooh, that's a good one. But you know what's funny too? There were families there with little like babies. Now again, I think they were more so there for themselves, but because they had babies, it's like, okay, we're stuck. We got to bring them anyway.
But they do have like most of the rides have a family room. So then like the family swap. I kept noticing.
Yeah, that is true. That is true.
So
I say
at least they're comfortable in there.
I honestly like I say just like pick a space, put all the babies in one big gigantic semicircle.
What? And let them fight.
Crush some like cookie crumbs like in the center. Let them have it. Like have fun. You know, that's my thing. But no. In all seriousness, Shane, I think you may be onto something there because that is one thing that Universal lacks, and that's not just kid rides, but family rides. Everyone can enjoy it together. Now, you know, there is talks that with, you know, expansion, you know, even not even just to the older parks of the studios and IOA, but also for Epic. There's talks that Luigi's Mansion is going to be put in, and it's going to be like kind of like the Monsters Inc. Ride and Go Peak or something like that. So it's going to be kind of like, you know, like a laser kind of like hit the target. So that would be cool for, you know, a family ride. But I think it's a little bit of everything. I think it was Epic opening up too early. I think it was the hype of the fandom. I think it's the lack of family rides. And I also think it's the amount of rides that are outdoors for the weather, whether it's even raining or if it's too hot, you know, because we even heard many families say, how about we go back for a little bit to our hotel? We'll relax, take a nap, chill at the pool. We'll come back later in the evening.
Yeah. And that was like a 12, like right after lunch.
Yeah.
Like, okay. Or I saw a lot of families sleeping in the little meat place where we ate.
Yes, that the mead hall in Isle of Burke honestly is the best like chill down building you could probably have. And it was surprisingly that it was raining, but the place didn't get packed up. I mean, it was drizzling. It wasn't like fully raining, but
Because I know Isle of Burke does have like a little kid play area, but if it gets too hot, how are they going to even play on that thing?
yeah, exactly. And speaking of hot, like even the banisters, like they were scalding
Yeah.
hot. Like literally, that's how hot it was today. Let's see. Lene Ward, Toothless. How was meeting Toothless, or is that a video for later? We do have some video
Okay.
and photos. The video portion will be up on the vlog tomorrow. Abby will
Right.
be putting the photos out on Instagram, but we'll still talk about it here. You want to say your experience with Toothless, because she really wanted
was so cute. So then, it was a time where, because then Hiccup comes in and out like I think it was like every 15 minutes, or he would take a break. So we were able to catch him when Hiccup came out. So he's interacting with us. He's like, okay, let me teach you how to like go about like petting Toothless and everything. And he's just so cute. Like you have your hand up and then he'll come up and go
Yeah.
touch your hand and then let you pet him. And he was just so cute.
Yeah. Which was funny because we were in line for Toothless and they brought out the other dragon, Silver something. I can't remember the name. And Abby was like, wait, do we only get to meet one or the other? And she's like, I'm here for Toothless. She's like, put that other dragon back. Take him back.
Where he came from. Because I'm here to meet Toothless. He was when we got in line, he was a 45-minute wait.
Yeah. Which was funny because meeting Toothless, the line was longer than getting on a ride.
Yeah.
Like that to me was crazy. Super crazy. Giant Peter show. Is Hiccups the same level of Slinky Dog? I would say it's in that same category, but just tiny little notch higher.
Yeah. That one surprised me. I was like, okay.
It looks like a small coaster, but it packs a punch. It really does.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Remy D. On the Donkey Kong ride, did the fake Diddy Kong car crash actually work? It's when your car first enters the temple. It doesn't seem to work in many people's POV. We saw its car like turn. But
I didn't know it was supposed to crash.
Yeah, I think that's all it really did. It just kind of like just did like a little turn. I don't know. Was it supposed to do more than just that? That part like worked, but I mean, as I said, the ride was good. Would I wait in line for it more than 20 minutes? No. Would I even do it all the time? No. To be very honest with you, I'm so very sorry. Mm-hmm. I didn't go on Stardust Racers. Stardust Racers looked more smoother than that.
But like, I didn't really like. I don't know if it was how we were where we were sitting. I didn't feel like we were really jumping the track.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people had said that too. I think it's supposed to be just the look of the illusion that you are. But I would have loved if it actually like kind of had like a little bit of that Kuka arm where it lifts you off and it kind of like plateaus you downward onto the track. You know, that would have been really cool. But as I said, I love the Donkey Kong area. It fits so well right off of Super Nintendo, but the ride, it was okay. It wasn't my favorite. Let's see. Giant Peter show. I have my DAS pass already with both Hollywood and Orlando, so I definitely don't need to purchase Express. Well, good for you, Peter. Good. Yeah. And it's so hard to tell because when I purchased those Express passes for us, it was like, okay, we're going opening day, and it's a weekend. It's like we're going to have to need it. And even everybody else was saying, "Oh, I'm so glad you got it," you know. And it's like it was in a way dead. I mean, there were people
that even said that, like behind us. Remember, those girls were complaining, "We have to use it though because we spent $600 on it."
Yeah. Oh, yeah, we did. Like these two young girls that were walking beside us, they literally like had the same mentality.
One was like, how are we going to use it? Everything's like 10 minutes. So
Yeah, literally. And even when you do try to use it, they won't take it. And honestly, that's something that I would like to bring up to Universal because we wanted to use it for the Untrainable Dragon, couldn't use it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, I don't know. And I think the price range for it, I feel like that was like way too much of a steep if they really knew that they were having limited tickets. And that's another reason too. If they were really having limited tickets, the price would not be that high because you wouldn't need to have it that high because the demand for the express wouldn't be needed. So I'm saying I'm calling that right now. That's a bunch of malacca. So Remy D says to Giant Peter Show, do you know how that works at Epic? I'm assuming he's referring to the DAS Pass, I think. Maybe. And Giant Peter Show says, just like how it does at any other Universal park in Hollywood and Orlando. Giant Peter Show also says, anything below 40 is a walk-on. Let's see. Oh, we got Barry Place 28 in the house. What's up, Bob? How's it going? Hey. I'm so very sorry. I did see your missed call. I did see your voice message. I didn't get to listen to it yet. It's been like so crazy. But I do apologize. I will get back to you. I do. I greatly apologize. Just so much going on, getting admitted in the hospital, having surgery, getting out of surgery.
To try to have this vacation.
And then going to Epic today. I mean, it was crazy. Mm-hmm. Remy D says, you should call to get a refund. Yeah, I think I am, Remy. I think I'm going to talk to them about the room with the situation with me being in the hospital with my surgery. And I'm also going to mention about the Express Pass because it's one thing, like if you spend even $50 to $75, I would still ask, but it was originally $554
for
opening day, and then it was another $85.20 to move it to the 24th because again, we couldn't go opening day because I was in the hospital. So I'm gonna definitely gonna have a little chit chat. Bear, but we're at the same hotel. Oh crap! So we're at Cabana Bay the same time right now. Wow, good gravy. Yeah, it's a shame. It's a shame, Bob, because I was just saying, like, we were here for 4 nights. Tonight's our last night. It was supposed to be night 4, but it only feels like night 2 because the other 2 I was in the hospital. Yeah. How long are you here for? For Universal, is this your last night too? Or are you heading over to Disney?
We're heading to Disney.
Yeah, because we're heading to Disney tomorrow. Well, technically, we're going to Universal Studios tomorrow because we still have that one ticket. So that was the other thing too, that we were under the impression that the ticket that we thought we lost, that we were supposed to use
on Monday or on our first day.
On our first day, we could use it up to the 27th. So tomorrow is check-in day at Disney World. But again, with my condition, we're not going to go to the water park. So it kind of frees up a day. So we thought, hey, we'll use our ticket so that doesn't get wasted. So we're going to go over to Universal Studios tomorrow.
Try out some things there.
Do some things. Men in Black, E.T., Escape from Gringotts, The Bourne Show, those things. And then we probably won't do like a full day because honestly, the studios isn't a full day anyway. And then we'll go over, check into Disney, and then we have reservations at the Boathouse late in the evening at Disney Springs. So that would be Abby's first time at the Boathouse. Let's see. Let's see. Giant Peter Show says, "Did you guys try the cones? Are you referring to the mac and cheese cones?" at Epic, because a good friend of mine, Sean, ranking the mouse, recommended the mac and cheese cone is really good, but he said it's like almost $20. But I guess you get what you pay for. Let's see. And then we got Barry Place. Please hit that like button, everyone. Thank you very much, Bob. I appreciate it. Gotta go. Catch all you later. Yes, stay in touch, Bob. Please let me know how things are going, and hopefully we'll cross paths before either one of us leaves. Let's see, Mark McHugh. What expansions do you want to see? I want some Zelda presence in Nintendo Land. Okay, so now we're getting into the good shit.
Yeah.
With Zelda, it would be cool to have it in there, but I feel like, and I get it, it's part of Nintendo. I feel like Zelda needs more breathing room. It needs like maybe have it adjacent to Nintendo, but it needs to be big. It needs to be epic. But yeah, Zelda, and I would love Zelda to go in Epic Universe, so that way they won't touch my mythos. And I get it. Lost Continent eventually is going to probably become something else. I get it, but I'm dreading the day when they say that Mythos is getting
It was really good.
It was, yeah. I love Mythos. She enjoyed it. It's just a great experience all around. But what else would you like to see expanded in Epic? I think also too for me. Now I know that they're probably considering this in either Islands of Adventure or the studios, but I mean, you also have Pokemon.
Yeah.
I mean, Pokemon is one of the if the biggest franchise in the entire world. I mean, just them but they can't do something small like a mini land or one attraction. They need to go big with something like that. I also feel like, and they even admitted to the fact that they're going to use Wicked. I don't know where, and I think Wicked would be really well done because it would then tap into for the young girls. Like when you have like the princesses at Disney, I feel like Wicked would kind of hone in on that demographic as well.
Yeah, because there's not really anything for really the young girls.
Yeah. Nothing like girly girl, like the Pretty in Pink kind of thing,
because they can do like their version of
the Bitty Bobbity Boutique. Yeah, that'd be cool. You could be, you can kind of go like Galinda, or you can kind of go like the little edgy side of like the Wicked Witch and everything. That'd be really cool. Elphaba. Yeah. Let's see. Vegas Disney RTV. I like that Epic has the fountains on during the day. It's something I would want to see them do at DCA, maybe with some Pixar tunes playing. I agree with that. I agree. I would rather them utilize the fountains more than just for World of Color, especially when they just have that god-awful platform sitting on top. It looks all rusted and decayed and like completely outdated. I know I just described my ex-wife, but it is what it is. But yeah, I completely agree with you. I would, and I like that, to put some of the Pixar tunes to kind of match the waves of the water moving, because it's right there on the pier. I like that. Let's see, Remy D. I mentioned this in the OG55 stream. In mid-August, 3-park ticket to Disney World, no Magic Kingdom, for a family of 4 is $1,200, while a 3-park ticket to Universal is $500 more at $1,700. That's interesting. Wow. Now, speaking of that too, I actually asked Abby this question when we were leaving Epic, and this is a question for all of you. And this is kind of a 2-parter question. When do you feel Epic is going to be added to the annual passes? And when it does, what is the price range that would be raised up that would, kind of like solidify the fact to say, okay, we're adding another theme park added onto your pass, but how much more is it going to be? Yeah. I'm very curious of that. But Remy D, that's very interesting. Wow. I don't really look at those prices anymore as as much as I do because I'm on the West Coast now. So I don't really look at them as often as I really should. But yes. Giant Peterson said the apple juice pick was funny. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Lene says, I love you aren't sugarcoating the bad parts and offering constructive criticism, but also calling out shit like the Express Pass stuff. That's how I do it, Lene. I don't sugarcoat. I don't Candy Crush. I I don't Babes in Toyland it. Like I say it like it is, and I feel like that we say it in a respective way. It's like when something isn't right, we call it out. When something is good, we'll give it high praise. And that's with Disney, that's what Universal. We're just fair all the way around, Let's see. Remy D, putting my headphones down, don't want to be spoiled, LOL. Trying to think of what maybe for Ministry. Either Ministry or Monsters, I'm assuming it was probably one of the two. But I'll just say this, Remy D, and you don't have to put your headphones down. If it is for one of the two or both, you will enjoy both one way or the other. I will say that. Absolutely. Giant Peter Show. I hat did you guys buy? I'm trying to figure out. I know it's probably a typo. Something did you guys buy? If you can reiterate the question, Giant Peter, as I said, I think it came out as a typo. And we got maybe in the house. OMG, that's what my dad used to say whenever we had a California Adventure Day when I was little. I'm trying to figure out. I'm so very sorry. I'm trying to catch up. We were talking a lot. And maybe also, if you could reiterate what that saying was. Lene Ward, merch just packed light and anticipate having to bring it back with you. Mark, you get one pair of pants and we will need room for decorative swords and pillows. Yep, that's it. That is very true. A lot of people literally bring the bare ass minimum so that they could stockpile, brim the suitcase with nothing but souvenirs. Now it's actually funny because when we bought the kids their souvenirs today, we're walking out and they're kind of big. They're plushy. They're like pillows of Toothless and I forget the female dragon, the white one. I haven't watched the movies in a very long time, but they're kind of big and stuffy. And I thought, I asked her, I said, how are we putting this in the suitcase? And
sitting on the suitcase.
Yeah, so we're just gonna push it.
Yes. Because even though my kids are 22 and 20, they're like, you're going to Epic? Can you get us souvenirs? I'm like, sure. We want plushies.
Yep.
Oh, God. Okay.
Lene says, I'm so excited for the Toothless content. Yes, we did. Yeah, it is going to be part of the vlog tomorrow, so definitely check it out. I got some of the video footage of us interacting with Toothless and Hiccup, so it's really cool. Let's see. Remy D, what this park needs is what Tokyo Disney Sea has called the Mermaid Lagoon. It's this gigantic indoor area with various kid rides, giant food hall and play areas, works like a home base for families. Yes, I do agree with you, Remy D. And I do know what you're talking about that with Mermaid Lagoon. It's basically, it's an indoor land that it resembles areas of the Little Mermaid. And they kind of have like the jumping jellyfish and they have like the spinner rides. That is something that Universal should consider because you don't even need even a full land. Just have an area within a land and then, just have an indoor air-conditioned kid rides, and let them have a ball.
Mm-hmm.
We got Candid Camper in the house. Howdy. Well, how you doing, Candid? I hope all is well with you. And we haven't done anything lately. I have to get back on that soon. Let's see. Remy D says turning equals working. In B mode, it doesn't even turn; it's just static. Okay, so it did work for us then, I guess. Yeah. And Candace says, "Give us some Pokemon." Absolutely,
Yes.
yeah. Pokemon, Zelda, Wicked. Honestly, even anime. Give us some anime in there. That
Right?
would be.
Studio Ghibli. Love it.
And Candy continues, glad to see you are better, George. We missed you the other night on the Legoland video. I know. I really wanted to be there, Candid. But yeah, it was just, and then not even knowing too, like everything that was transpiring, that I ended up getting a kidney stone stuck between my bladder and kidney, and needing surgery and having a stent put in, and it's like, it's crazy. But again, yes, we will definitely have to record something soon. Very much. Whether you want to come on here on Citrico Central, if I come on Bad Thoughts, it's always a good time. Let's see. Vegas Disney RTV. George, maybe your current condition can get you a DAS pass at Disney World. I don't know anything about it. Just a suggestion. It's funny you said that, Vegas, because my friend mentioned that to me, and she said, go on the website. And I did go on the website while I was in the hospital, and they were closed. And I was supposed to go back on it the next day, but that was when the fentanyl was starting to wear off.
It was...
and I was like so out of it. But I wonder if there's still time, if I could. Because I am noticing, I know a little TMI, I won't get into like details, but it's like I do notice like I'm going to the bathroom like more frequent because of the stent, because it's opening up the passageway that all that backed up stuff, and it's starting to, release. And I know you guys don't want to hear all that, but I'm just saying that, but it is what it is. Like, so there is a possibility. I don't know. Is it too late? I don't know the new ways of the DAS. Does it have to be done within a certain amount of time, or could it be done same day as check-in? I know I probably still have to call. Maybe I could bring it up to when we check in at the hotel. Let's see. See, you guys are both wearing your Epic shirts. Good quality, stretchy. Yes. Very comfortable. Actually, we had some people stop us today about these specific ones, because my mom got us these ones. They were kind of like the startup limited edition. There was only a certain amount available, and the team member told my mom at the time when she was buying them that for these particular ones, the patterns on them, like the lining and everything, one is not the same from the other.
Yeah,
they're
all unique.
Yeah. See, Lene Ward, I agree. Candy Camber, one Pokemon and a water show featuring Magikarp evolving into Gyarados and feel the fire of Charizard. Can you imagine? Because with Universal, of how they do these puppetries, like we see it with How to Train Your Dragon. We see it with even FanFest at Universal Hollywood with Dungeons and Dragons and HHN. They have like these massive like puppetry creature things. Can you imagine what they could do with Pokemon?
Mm-hmm.
It's I can imagine. We got Epic Berserker. Hello, any food that was yuck. Any food that was yuck. I don't think there was any food today that was yuck. I think it was just more meh for me.
Yeah, right. Those smashed.
Well, I didn't eat those. So was that a yuck? Mm-hmm. So that was a yuck.
I took a bite. And it was yuck.
It was yuck.
So
okay.
The rest stayed there.
There you go. And we got Disney Diva Gem. Sounds like a fun day tomorrow. Yes, absolutely. We have another packed day. We're going to Universal Studios probably for half day, and then we're checking to our hotel at Disney World, and then we head into Disney Springs. Giant Peter Show. Boat Haas
Yes.
is the best restaurant on any Disney property. I love the Boat
Really?
Haas. I love seafood. I also love the Ampacars that go along with it.
I know my mom, when we did go, she was like, I want to go on those. I was like, well, I don't know how to get a reservation. Too bad. It's 4th of July. Your birthday's on 4th of July. We are not going there.
Yes. And we have Mouseward Bound. Welcome in. Say, hey, what's up? Sorry I'm late to the party. You're not late. You're not late. You just casually walked in, you know? You might have mentioned this already, but did you go on Stardust Racers? Really curious about that coaster.
He kept trying.
I kept trying so
many times.
hard. I tried to sneak it in there. She would not let me because
he's like, okay, so the last things we're going to do Yoshi and then Mario Kart and then one more ride of the Dark Universe and then Stardust Racers and then go home. I was like, no, you're not doing Stardust Racers. You want another bottle of water?
Yeah. Yeah. So unfortunately, Stardust Racers and Curse of the Werewolf would be a little bit too much. Because what can happen is, and actually I was a bit worried with Minecart Madness because I didn't know how rocky that ride was, and it really is. Even though Hiccups was fast, it was smooth.
Yeah.
Minecart Madness was very bumpy. I was thinking, like, while I was riding this thing, oh my God, like, I hope this doesn't knock my stent out of place. Like, that's how bad it was moving. And so had I would have known that about Minecart, I probably would have foregoed that, but I'm still glad we did it. I still enjoyed it.
But it was a short.
It was short.
Poster.
Yeah. But Stardust and Werewolf, it's the surgery's still too fresh, unfortunately. But I looked at it and I was like, man, I really want to go on that.
9:20 when we got there.
Yes. Let's see. We got Mario Shadez in the house. I apologize if I didn't pronounce that name. I see your picture is Snorlax. It fits in well with Pokemon there. See, are you talking about the D&D stuff? Was that good? Sorry, I just got in. D&D. What?
Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh, Dungeons and Dragons. Is that what you're referring to? So yeah, I was kind of using Dungeons and Dragons like as an example, like with the puppetry that they use along with FanFest. It was phenomenal, honestly. I think of how they pulled Dungeons and Dragons off with that kind of space and creating a storyline that makes sense in the short amount of time you're in there. Oh man. And that, as I said, that massive, like gigantic one-eyed monster, like puppet, that was phenomenal. Like that was, and that's what I'm saying. Like, and speaking of Snorlax, like, can you imagine a gigantic Snorlax? Like that would be so cool.
My son would love that.
Yes. He loves Snorlax. Let's see. We have some royalty in here, folks. We have Robert Iger. So we got Giant Peter Show. Don't touch my mythos. Make it a national landmark. I really wish they would. You know, they label that as like one of the best restaurants in the central Orlando area, and yet they're going to get rid of that. If they do, like, I don't see how they could. Mm-hmm. They really need to make that a national landmark where they don't touch it. Like, no.
That was really good.
Shane Narani, I can see Star Fox and Metroid as rides, but I can't see them being whole lands. I agree with that. Yes, I definitely agree. Yeah. Giant Peter Show, whoever had made the name Galinda was definitely from PA. You're absolutely right. You are absolutely right.
I know.
I love that.
We
I
still
gotta
need to
keep
do
that.
that.
I gotta keep that. I need a shirt. I need a shirt of Ariana Grande as
Saying
Galinda, and like saying like I'm from PA.
Yeah.
Let's see. Lene Ward, Zelda will be called Hyrule. I think is that how you pronounce it? Based on me incorrectly overanalyzing Nintendo trademarks. See, Disney Diva Gem. While the pricey points is a very interesting point. Yeah, that was very interesting. I'm surprised, especially for the low attendance that Universal's been pulling in right now. Why you would raise the prices, especially to Disney, or did Disney lower the prices to what Universal was? That's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Maybe you said a lot of families were saying, "Let's go back to the hotel and come back later." Yeah. Yes. They
It was getting too hot.
It was getting way too hot. Way too hot. There was too many baddies in there. Maybe.
Yep.
That's what made it so hot in there. Which actually, to tell you the truth, there actually were some baddies in there, and they were kind of like dressed up in like their cosplay kind of
thing. There were some people for How to Train Your Dragon cosplay. There were some in their Dark Universe stuff. So
yeah, it was very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
See, Mark, Lene, like, do you think I would be the one having trouble packing light? Here's the thing I love about you two. And I've noticed this in the past several lives. Whenever I love how you guys can take a topic or a subject that we're talking about in real time, incorporate it into your real life, but you speak to what each other is saying and you're like dead balls accurate. Like, that is amazing. Like, I love it. You guys got to keep doing that. Even if you're not doing it on purpose, like, I absolutely freaking love that. Anytime we do a live, you guys are on it. If you see a moment like that is gold. Let's see. Remy D. There's a small plot of land that is in the front of the park next to and right of Super Nintendo World, hoping they can put a celestially themed family dark ride there. Celestial Park needs more things to do. That's interesting. I wonder if they would add anything more to Celestial Park. But here's the thing. I feel like that they just kind of use that as like the portal to the other portals, so to speak. I do get what you're saying, but I don't know, would they be willing to utilize that land and not use an IP? That I'm not sure. Oh, here we go. Mark, pants, fine. I'll just layer 4 pairs of pants on the plane this time instead of just 2. I love it. Giant Peter shows. What did you guys buy? Do you want to show them? It's on the thing. Hold on. She's gonna grab them real quick because we can kind of describe them, but we'll just show you.
So I have 2 children, 22 and 20. Okay, they wanted souvenirs. They wanted little plushies, but unfortunately, the toothless plushies either come really small or big.
And it didn't match the other. And God forbid if one got one plushie bigger than the other.
But we were able to find these. So they're pillows, but they're plushies. So same size, same price. I won't get shit for them.
Yes.
But they still want something from Disneyland.
Yes, Disney World.
Or Disney World.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm so used to
and actually that became my thing too. I became so like accustomed to say Disneyland because we constantly say it. But yeah, even though they're getting these from Universal, it's like, no, we still need something from Disney World. And I guarantee you, the day of or the day before that we step our butts on that ship,
they want something.
They're going to want something on the cruise. I guarantee it. Oh, maybe. Yes, I agree. A Studio Ghibli kid place would be so cute. I think
Right?
they just need Studio Ghibli somewhere. I think honestly, if they had a meet
My
and greet
neighbor Totoro.
Totoro, if they had a meet and greet of Totoro, can you imagine? Like that
He's
would
so
probably be that would
cute.
be like meeting Yoshi and
Yes.
Toothless like on steroids. Like literally. I would love a Studio Ghibli just I mean, because I love My Neighbor Totoro. I love Kiki's Delivery Service. I love Ponyo. I love
Howl's
Spirited
Moving
Away,
Castle.
Howl's Moving Castle.
I
Um,
know they have them playing in the theaters different times of the weekend.
oh, okay. All right. And Candid Camper adds on, yeah, One Piece or even an Anime Land. Yeah, Candid, I
Mm-hmm.
have to say, One Piece really surprised me at FanFest. I couldn't believe the number of people
Which
that
is
knew
so
the
funny. I knew
characters,
it.
knew the lines. Like, I'm just standing there like, okay. Like, and that's the thing. As I said, I love Studio Ghibli. I love Hayao Miyazaki. I love like, but it's like there's like I'm not like fully into anime, but I'm not opposed to getting into it. I'm just saying.
It's Cali. There's a lot of
Oh
people
yeah, I
into
could believe. Yeah, I could
anime.
definitely believe that. Vegas Disney RTV. If Universal still had a partnership with Nickelodeon, I would have liked a portal to Nicktoons World. Yeah,
Ooh.
that would have been cool. Especially, oh man, that was sacrilege when they got rid of the Nickelodeon studios where
No.
they filmed Double Dare and Figure It Out and Guts and Legends of the Hidden Temple and
Man.
all that and Keenan and Kel. I mean, come on. Like that was the shit. Like, oh man, and the fact that it's stagnant there. That is like not stagnant, but I mean like
They're like
it's
office buildings
yeah,
out
I don't even know
there.
like really what they utilize it anymore. The orange and green is gone. Like it's oh man, but that would be really cool to have like a Nicktoons world to literally go back to, well, especially with my childhood, like growing up with Rugrats and Cat Dog and Angry Beavers and Rocco's Modern Life. Like, oh man, like that was the time. I'm sorry, '90s was the time for me. Shane Narani. Now I am thinking of how many people would get sick from a Star Fox barrel roll.
Oh,
That
man.
would be interesting. That would be very interesting.
But that might make me sick.
Yeah. Let's set it up, buddy. Yes, absolutely. Yeah. Whenever I get some downtime, camper, I'll message you and we'll work out all the details. That's another thing too, folks. I'm gonna start having guests join me or us if Abby is included on Citrico Central, whether we're gonna do a live or if we're gonna do a pre-recorded video. It helps with the networking and everything, and I'm trying to expand this channel out as much as possible. And I want to include and incorporate as many people as I can, and especially with my close friends that I made, doing YouTube and everything. So that's actually a good segue for me to mention that. Yeah, I definitely want to have people on the channel as well. Let's see, Steph. Geez, how are you even doing all this? Thanks for keeping on. I Steph, I tell you, like I had my doubts. I really did. I thought,
Oh, in the hospital bed, he's like, our vacation's done. What's gonna
yeah, I was
happen?"
like, it's over before it even started.
Mhm.
And then I met up with one of the surgeons like an hour or so before
His
the
surgery.
surgery, and he said I had the same procedure done. 2 days later, I was giving the surgery to somebody. And I'm
Mhm.
like, okay, I'm having some hope here.
Yeah.
And I came out of surgery, got that fentanyl. I was like, let's go. I am ready. Like, okay, I can do this. Next morning, I wake up.
I don't want
I
to
don't want to
be.
be.
I was like, see, I told you that fentanyl will wear off.
I was like, can I have more?
I just have to thank that surgeon though. He was the one who I think pushed for him to get added
Yes.
that day because he
Yes.
knew that he actually subscribed.
He did. The surgeon became a subscriber to Citrico Central.
Right in front of us. And
Yep.
then he knew that we were trying to get back to vacation and like record our stuff. He did give him the advice of drink a lot of water and then just remember to just keep hydrated and take it easy, but you can still do everything, even the cruise.
Yes.
Because that's what we were
Yeah.
concerned
I
about.
was very concerned with the cruise. And yeah, so it was, that became a relief. And then until I lost my backpack because of the pain, but then I eventually got it back and then everything was taken care of. So, Giant Peter Show, I have to do all that stuffing, but on steroids in Europe because my aunts give me a ton of stuff to bring to my grandma, plus Disneyland Paris merch and other location items. Oh man,
Yeah.
I could, that must, how many bags does that even take? We got Tommy Toon World. What's up, George and Abby?
Hey.
What's up, Tommy? It's always good to see you, brother. Let's see. We got Theme Parks Assemble. Stardust is such a great coaster. I really wish I could have gone on it. I wanted to go on it so bad.
It will give us an opportunity to come back.
Yes.
Hopefully.
Yes. Hopefully sooner than later, but a little bit later.
Yeah.
Did that even make sense? I don't
A little
know.
bit.
Okay. It's a Georgism.
Mm-hmm.
Remy D. I got to try Minion Cafe the other day for the first time at Studios. I think I like it better than Toadstool Cafe.
Really?
The ramen was a pleasant surprise.
Maybe we should try that.
That would be up her wheelhouse.
I love
She
ramen,
loves ramen.
and I keep trying to get him to eat it, but he doesn't want to.
No.
In Cali, we have this one ramen place that has like 30 different types of ramen, and he still won't try one.
That's funny. Epic Berserker. I'm with you, George. Water is blah. LOL. I know, man. My mom has been trying to get me on water for 30 plus years. I'm just starting to now get on it now just because of the effects of what happens when you don't drink water. This is what you get. And unfortunately, I have to deal with it, but also learn from it.
Mm-hmm.
I still think water is blah.
So I do give him like options like vitamin
She
water.
does. And I did drink the peach vitamin water at Mead Hall. Very good. I think I had like 3 glasses of that.
Yes.
It was really good. I could go back just for that.
Well, because all of their quick services, they have the Coke Freestyle machines. So
Yeah.
you have all those different options. So it's pretty cool.
Epic Berserker continues as a homage to Pokemon movie back in the day, and also How to Train Your Dragon. What if you made a Pokemon land using the 3 legendary birds? Oh, that's interesting. That's very interesting. I remember that the 3 legendary birds. Oh shit! Zapdos, Moltres, and what was the blue bird?
What are you looking at?
No, you don't know? No. Arcano. Oh my gosh, that's gonna drive me nuts. It's the 3 legendary birds. It was from Pokemon. Was it Pokemon 2000? That was the second movie.
Oh gosh, I was too old for that.
No comment. I'll just leave it at that.
Yeah, you better.
Okay. Remy D. It's due to the Disney 3-park deal. If you visit all 3 parks and not Magic Kingdom, it's like $87 per park. Disney's answer to Epic. It will probably work. That is actually smart because they know people are going to go to Magic Kingdom regardless if they bought a ticket or what have you. The goal is
getting them to the other parks.
Getting them to the other parks, and doing a 3-day park ticket that's less than what it would be for Universal.
Mhm.
People will nibble at that for sure. We have AD in the house. Hi, George. What rides did you get to go on, and how long did you guys have to wait? Also, what would you rate them? Ooh, okay. Okay, so let's go through the list here. So we'll start off with the first ride of the day. We did Battle at the Ministry.
Yes.
We waited, I think, 60 minutes, I believe, is what it felt like to me.
Posted 90, but
it did not feel 90. It definitely felt less than that, and I give that a solid 9 out of 10.
So do I.
Okay. We then went on Dark. We went to Dark Universe, went on Monsters Unchained. We waited
10 minutes.
10 minutes, if even that, not counting the pre-show. And then we put the stuff in our locker, so it's probably less than that. I give that a solid 8.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Yeah. Hiccups, Wing Gliders. As again, small coaster, big punch.
Yes.
I
started screaming.
She did.
I was like, okay, I got this. It's like
we waited. That also was a walk on. That was like 5 minutes.
We did have to get out of the car because one of the cars, the first 5 rows, didn't have sound.
Yeah. So, and actually, we got out of 2 vehicles. It was Hiccups and Minecart, because the cart that they put us in, the team member, she said, this vehicle is hissing and it sounds weird. I'm like, oh, that's just great. It's like, and it just keeps on going.
No, she did not want to lock us.
She did not want to lock us, which she did, and she did her job. That was phenomenal. But I'm just saying, but what was kind of leery to me was the bar wasn't down. She's saying the vehicle is hissing. They're trying to tell the people, and the conveyor belt is still going. And I'm like, what
are we doing? And then we finally get to like where it's supposed to start, and they stop it, and they're like, "Okay, you can get out." I was like, "Well, we better get out."
Yeah, I would. Yeah, I'd gladly to. Yes. So anyway, so for Hiccups, I would give that. I actually like that, and Jared from Capture the Magic says it's even more fun at night. He and his family did it 3 times in a row. I give it a 7. I give it a 7.
I got a headache. I give it a 6.
Okay. For Minecart, I give it
I give 5.
4. Okay, she gives it 5. I give it 4.
Except I broke my phone.
Yes, and it broke your phone. Yoshi Adventure, that thing was cute. It was a very short ride, but I love the atmosphere. It like takes you up very high, and you can like see out into Nintendo. It wasn't like the greatest ride ever, so I'll give it a 5. I'll meet it in the middle. Mm-hmm. I'll give it a 5. And we waited. Well, we used the. Did we use? We used the express. We used the. That's right. That's right. We had to use it.
But it was only 10 minutes.
$640 to ride Yoshi.
Yes.
So yeah, that. Yeah. So and then.
But it was close to 10 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah. Then what else? Did we go on anything else? And then we did get our picture with Hiccup and Toothless. That was a 45 minute wait. That was a great experience, interacting with Hiccup, him teaching us how to approach Toothless, and just Toothless, like his facial expressions when you're petting him
and then
or scratching his head.
And when he's a crybaby and he's like,
yeah,
oh. We watched the Dragon Show.
Was
amazing.
That was the Dragon Show. Like, for being a Universal kind of show, I give that a solid 9. Mm-hmm. I give that a 9 out of 10.
Like seeing Toothless fly, it was
that was really good. What else? Did we go on any other?
No, because I
runs?
did not want to do that spinning
The
dragon thing.
the dragon rally race
Yeah, and I
thing,
did not want to
and
get
I
wet.
couldn't do that one. The fire drill.
I,
Yeah, we weren't really prepared to get wet, but for how hot it was, we probably could have used it. It does look kind of fun, but it looks like it's something that you would need like to have like a group of friends to
Yeah.
do with. I think it'd be more fun doing it that way.
yeah, and then we didn't get to do.
Then obviously I couldn't do Stardust or Curse of the Werewolf. And then again, a lot of stuff was closed on because of the weather. Only 4
And
rides.
I didn't
were
want to
open.
do the carousel.
No, she really didn't. I said I'd be willing to do the carousel, but she was like, "No, I'm just not feeling the carousel." Let's see. Maybe says a Kiki Bakery. Yes. For Kiki's delivery service. I like that. I would have never thought of that. That's a good one, maybe. Let's see. Lene Ward. Oh my goodness, those plushies are so cute. Please feel free to update us on how well they squished on to fit into the suitcase. You know what I might do? I might record
What, me sitting on the
like
suitcase?
trying to get these things into the suitcase, and they may go up on Instagram. So definitely keep an eye out on our Instagrams for sure.
Yeah, because I was not expecting to buy something
Yes.
that big, but I'm telling you, if one is an inch bigger than the
Yes.
other one.
Oh wait, Epic Berserker. I'll come back to you really quick. I have to do this. Mr. Seymour Duck. Who loves orange soda? I do. Ew. I had to. I love it. Epic Berserker. Ponyo, Spirited Away, and My Neighbor Totoro are pure classics. Absolutely. Yes. Oh, that's right. I forgot. I was an Animorph. Animorphs Land. Bring back Animorphs. I remember Animorphs. I used to read the books. It was like these teenage kids that they morphed into different animals.
Oh.
I used to read the novels for the Scholastic Reading.
Oh.
And there was a TV show about no? Okay. We'll leave it at that.
Yeah.
Okay.
That really shows our age difference.
See, Remy D says, we talked in the OG stream about Star Trek Land. If Universal made that as one of the portals, imagine how much nerdier it would get. The rivalry between Disney and Universal, Star Wars versus Star Trek. Very true. Yes, I mean, the tension is already thick between the fandom with Disney and Universal. Can you imagine adding Star Wars and Star Trek into that mix? Let's see. Lene says the synergy of Georgia B is perfect on this channel, in my opinion.
Oh, our couple name.
Oh, okay. I'm like looking. I'm like, what the hell is a Georgia Bee? It sounds like a Pokemon. Who's that Pokemon? It's Georgia Bee. I like that. I like that, Lene. Thank you. That's awesome. Georgia Bee. I like that. Yeah, because I don't know if we even reverse that, it would be. I don't know. Aorge. Like if it was started with yours to be Aorge. No, I like Georgia Bee. I like Georgia Bee.
No.
Let's see. Giant Peter Show. I have brought back Monopoly boards from Europe. My aunt even gave a cross with Jesus to give to my uncle the last time I went.
That totally sounds like my family if we go to the Philippines.
Wow, I think honestly that was the this one right here is the message of the day. Mr. Seymour Duck, I don't mind carbonated water. A lot of people like it. I don't know. I think I've had it once. I don't know. It has like a very acquired taste.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. Mark McHugh, I can drink lots of water at work, but at home I just can't get in the habit. But I'll drink like a 3 liter a day at work. Well, good. At least you're getting it somewhere. Peter, I'm sorry. I have to bring this back up. This is too good. I love it. My aunt even gave me a cross with Jesus to give to my uncle. That is like hilarious. I'm sorry. I had to do it twice. Let's see. Giant Peter Show. I have a carry-on duffel bag just for the breakable items. Awesome. Oh, Mark. That's right. It's Articuno. That's what it was. Articuno, Zapdos, and Moltres. Yes.
Okay.
Let's see. Did you see the dragons flying over Burke? No, we didn't see the dragons. I mean, we were there. I think Isle of Burke. We were there most of the day. I
Yeah,
think.
because I used it as a cool down spot.
Yeah. Also, too, we saw the wind. Well, I saw the windmill, and I'm for sure you guys who was with me during the live, but I didn't get to see the windmill on fire. They didn't do it. I don't know if it was like because of weather permitting, but
Oh yeah, because when we were finally getting on the donkey roller coasters when all the wind started coming and it
yeah,
started sprinkling. We're like, great.
and we're great. This is going to turn into a water ride. Theme parks assemble. Hiccups is underrated. I could believe that, honestly. I was kind of thinking like that. It's a kiddie coaster. It's like whatever. It's like I really like that
Yeah.
ride. That's how like intense it was for what it was worth. Remy D. Yoshi Adventure would have been a 10 if it wrapped all around the entire Mario section,
True.
weaving in and out of multiple indoor set pieces. I thought it was a miss that they didn't try to one up Japan's. Yes, it was cute, and yeah, it just had that little just piece right there. That would have been cool to kind of like have it like intertwining throughout the whole land. Maybe have it on an upper level, then it kind of goes down like to the lower level, back up again. That would have been really cool. And Remy D, don't forget the splash pad. That's also listed as an attraction. LOL. We did see a lot of kids at the splash pad. Like they were having a ball. If it was going to get any hotter, I was going to join them. I see. AD. Did you guys get a chance to go on the Mario Kart ride? We did not. We were going to, but we started hitting the fourth wall at that point. I'm not a huge fan of the Mario Kart ride.
Because we've ridden it.
Yeah, we did get to ride it many times at Universal Hollywood. I don't know if there's any kind of differences. I don't really think so, but as I said, it's not really my kind of ride. I would have preferred it that if they either would have had it like a fast-paced ride, or if they would have just kept it as a dark ride, not like with putting this VR headset and having these things floating around and you have to bob your head while you're moving. It's like too much stimulation going on, and not in a good way.
Yeah.
So no, unfortunately we didn't get to do Mario Kart. Let's see. Remy D, carbonated water plus lemon juice plus stevia equals healthy Sprite. Ooh, I might have to try that. Carbonated water, lemon juice, and stevia. I want to try that, Remy D. I'm going to try that, and if I like it, I'm going to give you a shout out. If I try it and I don't like it, I'll still give you a shout out. But it may not be the one you want to hear.
Anything to get him to drink more water.
Yeah.
I've been praising him when he drinks the water.
Yeah, she's like, oh, good for you, good boy, you drink the water, drink the water bottle, and then she's like, oh, then you could go pee pee in the potty.
Yeah.
And for all of you, if you know the movie franchise, Look Who's Talking. The second one where they go a pee pee in the potty, a pee pee in the potty. Which, by the way, that was our dance when I was talking about it for our live. This kind of like became our dance. So,
and we did it after we finally got to ride him in the street.
Yes, we did. Yeah, that was our happy dance. Lene Ward, I didn't read Animorphs because I was slightly too old and the premise sounds incredibly unhinged for young adults based on how Mark has described it, but he's been reading the new adult graphic novels. I didn't know that they added new ones. But yeah, now that just makes me like kind of rethink my reading choices. And Lene Ward says the pee pee in the potty song. Absolutely. Yes.
Because after surgery, when he woke up the next morning after the fentanyl wore off, he's like, I don't want to go pee pee.
I did. I was like, I don't want to pee.
I don't want to. And I was like, you have to. I don't want to. It's going to hurt.
Yeah. And then I'm just going in there, and then I'm coming back out, and she's like, "Are you okay?" I was like, "Don't make me do that again." Oh my gosh. But to the hour and a half live of our Epic Universe recap and everything else that we talked about when it was like theme park tickets, DAS Pass, Giant Peter show getting a cross to give to his uncle, the pee pee and the potty song, everything. I want to thank you all for joining us on this live. There's still going to be more content coming out because I know a lot didn't really come out for Universal just because of the circumstances. Hopefully we can get more content coming out for Disney World and the cruise to you guys. And before I end it, I just want to just give a quick little plug in here that I am an affiliate of the Magic Candle Company. If you're feeling down, if you're feeling low, and you want to have that magic of Disney into your home, then you can't get to the parks, go to magiccandlecompany.com. They have a plethora of different items, candles, scents, oils, sprays, soap, hand soaps, anything they have, you name it, you can get it. Use my promo code Citrico15 upon checkout. You'll get 15% off your entire order. And that's not just a one-time deal. You can use that code anytime you like. Multiple orders, you'll get 15% off. And if you do, I'll know that you made the purchase. You can either message me or Abby on Instagram saying that you made the purchase. And if you give your information, we will send you out a Citrico Central keychain as just a way of saying thank you for the purchase and also using my Magic Candle Company promo code. So I just wanted to throw that out there as well. And of course, I got to give my thanks to everybody in the chat. Mark McHugh, Remy D, Lene Ward, AD, Theme Parks Assemble, Giant Peter Show with his cross, Mr. Seymour Duck, Epic Berserker, Maybe, Disney Diva Gem, Theme Parks Assemble, Tommy Toon World, Steph, Candid Camper, Shane Narani, Vegas Disney RTV. Let's see. Even Mr. Robert Iger, Mario Shadez, Mouseword Bound, let's see, Berry Place 28, Gordon's Grubs, aka Jeff Gordon, very good to see you. Let's see, Mademoiselle, Theme Park Conductor, SD Drawings, and of course, Mr. Jacob Weller. Thank you all so much for joining us for this live. We greatly appreciate it. We love hanging out with you guys. We love your questions, your comments, your opinions,
Thank you
your
for
thoughts.
all the support.
Yes, the support, the sarcasm. We enjoy it. It keeps us going. We love the interaction. And again, as I said, I'm going to try to get more content out for you as much as I possibly can. So just hang in tight. As I said, it's been a couple rocky days, but I'm going to try to get back into my groove because as Cusco has said, you threw off my groove, you know. But I just want to got really quick here. Oh, Remy D says, Oh, sorry, Mark. No, you're not Remy D. Wait, where'd it go? There we go. Voodoo Donuts tomorrow. I may take her into Voodoo Donuts. She does love sweets, and
Yes, I do.
I may take her into Voodoo Donuts. Yes, absolutely.
Where's
And
that?
Disney Springs.
Oh.
No, not Disney Springs. Sorry, I'm thinking of Gideon's. You might like Gideon's
Ooh,
cookies.
that sounds good.
Voodoo Donuts at
I'll
Universal
take both.
City Walk. She'll take both. Yeah, she'll take Voodoo Donuts from Universal and Gideon's cookies from Disney Springs. That's all I had to
One
say.
for dessert for lunch and then one for dinner.
Yes. And then we have Mark McHugh. Now I'm so sorry, Mark. Thanks, George. You're so welcome. Lene Ward, thank you, Georgia B. Hope you are successfully able to push the plushies in the suitcase with your tushies. Yes, love it. Remy D, thanks, George and Abby. Hopefully you guys finished the trip epically. Thank you so much. And Disney Diva Gem, thank you, Abby and George. You're doing a really great job with your 70th content. I will keep on watching. Thank you so much. We really greatly appreciate it. Oh, and really quick, sorry, we have Jesse Adventure. Hey, what's going on? So sorry that you missed the live. Definitely, hopefully you can catch the playback. But I had to give you a shout out, Jesse, as always, because you're always a great supporter when you can show up. So I definitely wanted to say that as well. And Lene Ward, cue outro song, PP in the potty, PP in the potty. Okay, so if we're gonna do this right, okay, we're gonna do this right, okay. So okay, so as I always say in Disney Italiano fashion, stay safe, stay healthy, stay Disney. Italiano out, but for Lene, a pee in the potty, a pee in the potty, a pee in the potty. Later.